Your landing page currently holds the #1 rank on Google for your target keyword, but your organic traffic is dropping. More importantly, when you prompt an engine like ChatGPT or Perplexity for your exact service, your brand is completely absent. This is a visibility leak that traditional SEO tools cannot detect because they are measuring the wrong metrics. Traditional search volume is flatlining, while the query share for generative AI platforms is accelerating along a steep exponential curve. We are operating in the middle of a structural shift from search engine optimization to generative engine optimization, or GEO. Failing to adapt to this shift means you are bleeding share of voice to competitors in an ecosystem you aren't even monitoring. Data from Athena HQ indicates that AI-generated summaries already appear in 47% of Google searches. On mobile devices, these overviews now occupy over 75% of the screen, pushing traditional rankings out of the initial viewport. Traditional SEO centers on the referral, driving a click to your website. In AI search, the transaction happens within the AI interface itself. The engine retrieves your data and presents it as a synthesized answer, often removing the need for the user to ever visit your source page. Conversion Doc operates specifically within this new ecosystem. We do not offer generic marketing advice. We run specialist-grade diagnostic scans to pinpoint exactly why an AI engine is bypassing your content. AI platforms are the new gatekeepers. Survival requires clinical precision to bridge the gap between human conversion and AI retrievability. To understand how to fix a page, you must understand how a large language model reads it. We measure this through the Conversion Doc 7-dimension GEO Framework. An AI engine does not crawl a page to rank it. It parses a page to synthesize facts. The first dimension is topic clarity. The AI must instantly understand your core thesis. If your page uses abstract marketing copy, instead of stating exactly what the product does, the engine will fail to categorize it. The second is answerability. AI systems look for direct, extractable answers to conversational prompts. When a user asks a specific question, the model retrieves the most concise, factual sentence that answers it directly. Third is structure and hierarchy. Large language models require clear architecture. This means implementing schema markup, utilizing HTML tables, and building AI-optimized heading structures to parse relationships between your data points. Fourth is authority signals. The engine looks for verifiable markers of expertise. This includes clear authorship, consistent facts across your domain, and citations from reputable third-party sources. Fifth is entity clarity. You must explicitly define who the business is, what the product is, and who the target audience is. This strict definition allows the LLM to map your brand as a recognized entity. Sixth is content completeness. The topic depth must be sufficient for an LLM to trust your page as a primary source. Shallow overviews are ignored in favor of comprehensive structured data. Finally, conversion alignment. If the AI engine does cite your page and sends human traffic, the page must be structurally capable of capturing the lead without introducing friction. Without passing this specific 7-dimension scan, a page remains structurally invisible and mechanically useless to generative engines. Let's apply this framework to a standard B2B SaaS landing page. The headline reads, "Empowering the Future of Digital Synergy." The subheadline is an equally abstract paragraph about optimizing workflows. Traditional SEO allowed this type of vague copy to rank. If the domain possessed enough high-authority inbound links, Google would place it at the top of the search results regardless of how ambiguous the on-page text was. In a generative environment, this is a critical failure. An LLM cannot extract a factual citation from an abstract phrase. When we run this page through our tool, the diagnostic scan generates a data map showing critically low scores for entity clarity and answerability. The machine literally cannot determine what you sell. The prescribed surgical intervention replaces abstract headers with explicit entity definitions. We implement a strict definition block at the top of the page, directly stating the software's exact function, target user, and specific pricing model. As the ambiguity is removed, the diagnostic scores rise to healthy levels. Precise factual architecture is not a stylistic choice. It is a mechanical requirement to force AI citation. The physical hyperlink used to be the only currency that mattered in search. In an AI context, a semantic brand mention carries equal and often greater weight. Most businesses are optimizing for a dead version of Google. Modern engines operate by retrieving, verifying the core facts, and summarizing the information. They do not need a hyperlink to crawl your site. They build an understanding of your brand from language patterns across the web. This process relies on semantic co-occurrence. Large language models connect a brand to a concept by observing how often those specific words appear together. The connection is forged entirely for context, completely devoid of traditional web hyperlinks. Because of this, unlinked implicit brand mentions matter just as much as explicit links. Every time your brand is discussed in a relevant forum, a technical review, or an industry article, the engine registers that association and builds your entity's trust score. In the new generative search landscape, semantic authority and contextual mentions now completely supersede all traditional link-building mechanics. We can identify the most common structural leaks across typical landing pages and apply specific clinical prescriptions to fix them. The first leak is critical data buried in JavaScript or hidden inside interactive sliders. Large language models struggle to parse dynamic content reliably. The surgical intervention is to surface that data in static HTML tables. Tables force you to define criteria clearly, which aids direct entity extraction. The second leak is the absence of direct Q and A formats. AI engines exist to provide answers. The intervention is adding answer first blocks directly beneath your H2 headings. You pose the exact question your audience asks, answer it in 2 concise sentences, and follow it with verifiable proof. The third leak is a lack of entity reinforcement. When a page is too broad, the AI is left guessing about your core market. The intervention requires utilizing proper schema markup and explicitly stating who the business serves in plain text. Applying these specific surgical interventions transforms a page from a hidden, vague brochure into a highly citable dataset for AI engines. This diagnostic methodology is built for indie makers, small SaaS founders, course creators, freelancers, and small agency owners managing client sites. If your business relies on being farmed by AI search, mastering this architecture is mandatory. The process follows a logical progression. You begin with a free GEO audit to detect high-level leaks. From there, you can move to the full GEO audit for a complete surgical intervention, where we rewrite copy and restructure the page to match AI requirements. We monitor page health through ongoing scans in our GEO Starter Pro and GEO Agency Pro tiers, ensuring your metrics remain stable as search models update. For agencies, the Agency Max tier provides unlimited scans across both our conversion and GEO tools, delivering white-label data maps directly to your clients. This toolset provides a scalable, clinical architecture matching the exact depth of diagnosis your business requires. Your page is either visible to AI search or it is invisible. Both outcomes are entirely diagnosable, and both are fixable with precise surgical interventions. The free diagnostic scan takes 60 seconds. Visit conversiondoc.go.uk and run the audit. Stop guessing whether your brand is visible. Start operating on the data.